Hi, everyone. This is going to be an abbreviated version of what we've been talking about. We've been talking about dreams, and this is going to be our follow up. Last week, we talked about how to come up with your big dream. And this week, what we're going to talk about are some of the obstacles that you can anticipate when pursuing your dream. And the reason for this is so that when these obstacles come along, you're going to recognize them. And if you've already thought about them, you've already identified them, then you are going to know best how to overcome these obstacles because I want you to be successful. The obstacles are very important. The obstacles are what help us to build a character to become the consultants and leaders that God intends for us to be. If God just handed you your dream without any pursuit for it, you would not be the person that you needed to be in order to fulfill that dream. I think Joseph in the Bible is a wonderful example. He's one of my favorite men from the Old Testament. He, as we know, was given a dream as a young man, a child or teenager. And because of his immaturity, he was just so spoiled. He was the favorite. He got, I'm sure, everything he wanted. So he gets this dream about being a ruler and that his brother and father would be bowing down to him. And he taunts his brothers with it. So no wonder they wanted to kill him, right? But if God had fulfilled his dream, then he would have been a terrible ruler. But instead, what happens were a series of very harsh reality checks. He gets sold into slavery, but during that time, he is able to hone his leadership skills in Potiphar's house and he's actually promoted to be the head of Potiphar's home. Then we know that he was falsely accused of a crime. He goes to prison. He's forgotten about in there. Then finally, the king has a dream, and he is remembered, and he's brought forward, and he interprets the Pharaoh's dream correctly, and then he is put into power. But he is also put into power. Not only has he gone through these obstacles, but he's gone through them with grace, and he's allowed these obstacles to hone his character. Because just like you have a choice to pursue your dream, you have a choice in how you respond to the obstacles that you have in your life. But I'm going to today give you the tools to be able to say, I can do this. And actually, I can't take all the credit. This is actually Bruce Wilkinson's out of his book, The Dream Giver. If you haven't gotten your book yet, you need to get your book because all of this is in it and it's wonderful, okay? The very first thing we're going to talk about is leaving the comfort zone. And, for some people, they never get out of the comfort zone. The comfort zone is a great place to be. You feel very comfortable there. If you're talking about a job you clock in and clock out and you don't have to think about it, you already know what's expected of you once you get there. A lot of times it's not a lot that's expected of you. Sometimes it might be, but still the fear of the unknown is greater than what you know is going on. So therefore you're afraid to take that next step. But I want to encourage you that when you are feeling that fear, for you to recognize, oh, I'm stepping outside my comfort zone. I am sure when you first signed your agreement and your director told you to come up with 150 names and that you were going to have this big party and you need to start booking facials and you're probably thinking, I don't know how to do a facial. Well, what you need to identify is, oh, I'm leaving my comfort zone. And when I leave my comfort zone, I become a better person. So don't be afraid to leave that comfort zone. That's number one. Secondly, border bullies. Border bullies are all around you. Border bullies are usually the people that are closest to you. It could be your best friend. It could be your parent. It could be a child. It could be an aunt, uncle. The people that you really anticipated to be in your corner. And here's the key. They probably are in your corner. They just really care about you, and they have a fear for you. They also have a fear for the unknown as well. So, for instance, when your life changes, it affects them, and that's fearful for them. But in wisdom, I want to encourage you to listen to what they say, listen to their words, but then be very respectful in your response to them. But also realize that what their fears are. Some of them are genuine. Some of them are not. They don't have a clue as to what they're talking about. And you need to be able to recognize that. Your weekly accomplishment sheet and your weekly plan sheets are going to be your tools to be able to have response back to your border bullies. But more than anything, that is going to be important for you, because when they are coming at you saying, oh, you're just going to be buying a bunch of product and you're going to be stuck with all this product, it's through your weekly plan sheet and your weekly accomplishment sheet that you can see how you're working and how you're building your business. And your director can see that, and she can also then help guide you. Weekly accomplishment sheet, weekly plan sheet. I can't say that enough, okay? The ultimate bully is what I think of in the book. The ultimate bully is the one who owns the bridge and denies nobody access to the bridge. I see that a lot as the consultant who comes in, who's really wanting to get her business started. She's really would love to have some inventory, and she cannot find a lender. She can't find anyone that would help her. To me, that's the ultimate bully. But in the book, The Dream Giver, nobody chooses to swim. He doesn't have to, because he goes down to the water's edge and Champion has made a way for him. In Mary Kay world, Champion is your director. Your choice is, I have to choose to swim, but my director's going to make it help me to be successful with it. So it is possible. Women do this business every day from every point of inventory. Is it harder? Yes, it is much harder. But let me tell you, you can do it. And if your dream is big enough and your why is big enough, you will do it. And you can. Okay, the number 3 is the wasteland. That is like when you reach that place where you've gone through all your leads and suddenly you find yourself, oh, I don't have any new people to book. Or I'm booking people and they're not selling. I don't know what's wrong. I can't seem to sell a thing these days. Or you're sharing the opportunity and you just don't seem to get a new team member. Those are wasteland. It's important to identify that. Then what do? You go to your director, because it is your director that's going to help to guide you through that wasteland. And it's also your faith and trust and belief that God has something bigger for you out there, that these little obstacles are not going to keep you from achieving. And I promise you, whatever you're experiencing, your director has seen and done, okay? That is one of the things I love about becoming a Mary Kay sales director, is you don't become a sales director just because you simply sign up enough people in a short enough time. It's because you really earn the position. In order to sign up enough people to become a sales director, you have to do the work. And in doing that work, you are experiencing this. So I promise you, your director is the perfect person to help you find your way through the wasteland. Also, I want to emphasize that at some point you're probably going to need to just give this over to the Lord. The Lord can bless the work you do, but you have to do the work first, and then it can be blessed. Okay? Now, the last, number 4, is giants. And under giants, we have several giants. We have debt, and that can come to us by no fault of our own, or it could be by our fault. But this is what I want you to know. That is not a life sentence, and you can get out of it. You just have to have a plan. Again, talk to your director. We can help you come up with a plan for that. Number 2, corruption. Everybody at some point in their Mary Kay career is tempted to take somebody else's customer or team member. Everybody is tempted. And you have to decide now how you are going to respond to that temptation. And having a plan first, and thinking about, how would I feel if I were the consultant that was losing this person? And that will, I promise you, will help you make the better choice. The third giant is rejection. And you are going to have people who are going to tell you no. You're going to have somebody who gets so excited, they come in, they're ready to do some work, and they never do anything. Or they buy a bunch of inventory and send it right back. Or you have somebody who is a great customer and she's just so cute, you just love her, and then she quits taking your calls. But let me just tell you, it's just a giant for you to get past. One of the scriptures that I want you to remember is Romans 8:31. If God is for me, who can be against me? Now, I want you to break up into groups, and I want each of you to pinpoint how you are leaving your comfort zone. I want you to identify your border bullies. I want you to identify your wasteland issues and your giants. And then we're going to work at working through those solutions. But I want to give you the work and the identification of where you are in your business, and then to come up with those solutions. So right now, break up into small groups, take care of it, and I will be talking to you soon. I believe in you, and I know you can do it. Love you all.